Can I help you?
No help needed. I actually love polishing my gear and making it ready for the next dive.
Okay. Matthias, you're like polishing, cleaning, whatever you do since half an hour. So would you be so kind and tell me what are you cleaning?
Well, good gear needs good care and attention, and this is my new macro lens from Divefork. My new plus 18 diopter macro lens.
Okay.
Glass optics. Feel it. It's nice and heavy.
Cool.
It's high quality glass optics. Like a really, really, really well-made macro lens. I've tested this on my recent production trip in Egypt.
Nice.
We can show you guys some example clips as we talk about it.
Oh, what's that?
No. You're not taking that. That's mine. I've just spent half an. You said I spent half an hour polishing it. I'm not giving it to you.
Use it. It's clean now.
No. I really like it because it's as opposed to the existing Divefork macro lens, which is a acrylic lens element that is not high quality per se. This is actually a really high quality macro lens. It actually says Macro Pro, so even just by that name, you know it's a high quality product. Yeah, you're a pro already. And it's specially designed to work with smartphones. So it will work with your iPhones, your Samsung, your Xiaomi, whatever you have, and will just enhance or increase the size of the objects that you're filming quite a bit, and you can get some really cool stuff with that. Cool. It has a sort of shorter minimal focusing distance, so you'll have to get fairly close to your objects to be able to get them properly in focus, but if you get it in focus, they take sharp and the imagery looks really, really good. So
nice.
Thank you Divefork for making this new lens. I'm not entirely sure if it's already, by the time this video gets released, if it's already on the website. If it is, there's going to be a link down to the lens down in the video description below. If it isn't, there's going to be a link to the lens selection of the Divefork website anyway, so then in the future you can go and check it out there if you watch this video at any later stage. Yeah, highly recommend this lens. Thank you Divefork for creating that, and also thank you for being again a sponsor of today's video and the series reviewing your underwater films. So I'm finished, done polishing the lens. Can go back here where it belongs. Fantastic.
Well, I can tell you who else is using wide angle and macro lenses. Who? Luca.
I love it, Luca. Well done.
Well, he wasn't using the Divefork one. He was using one from Enon on his GoPro.
Also good, yeah. Oh,
and
Enon GoPro.
Now
nice.
I think you will like that. He was diving Croatia.
Ooh. Yeah, I get you, my friend Luca. Fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have submitted as a video today. Have you got any more information?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now anymore what you did, because like you were diving Croatia.
Five stars already.
Oh yeah, something for me. He was using DaVinci.
Okay, 4 stars.
All right.
Okay, enough mocking around. Let's have a look at Luca's video, shall we? Sure. Or do you have any extra information?
Well, no, it was just saying it was from one night dive, about 70 minutes. So, well, no, the video is not 70 minutes long.
I was just going to say, okay, so it's not a one take?
No, it's not a one take.
Oh, yeah, well, let's see what Luca has prepared for us. Excellent. And we got a shot of yourself there at the end, Luca. I like that very, very much. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So see, diving in Croatia can be colorful,
Yeah.
exciting, small,
Small.
mostly small.
That's something for you.
I don't understand. What are you referring to? Excellent. Thank you very much, Luca, for your submission. And this one goes into the competition as well, right?
Yes, it does.
It qualifies. It's not too long. It does have enough underwater content. Well, everything is been shot underwater. So welcome to the competition and your chance to win a spot on our upcoming underwater video workshop in the Maldives in April 2025. If you want to check out what exactly we're talking about, there's going to be some videos down below that you can check out that will explain about the video workshop that we're doing in the Maldives and also the competition that we're running here on the channel that gives people a chance to win one spot on that underwater video workshop in the Maldives.
Good. So,
what did you like other than it being recorded in Croatia?
I never said I liked it.
You don't like the video?
No, I never said that it's being recorded in
Croatia.
Croatia.
That's me.
That's
okay.
on you.
That's me.
No, what I liked are the macro shots. Especially if you think about, well, generally the macro shots are nice, especially when you think about that it's made with a GoPro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So that macro lens, that Enon macro lens, must be quite good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Impressive.
they looked like, from what we were seeing here on the screen, they looked in focus. They looked sharp. They looked like. What I really liked was the lighting. I think you've done a good job on the lighting in most cases. It was usually nice and even. There were a couple of shots, mostly towards the end, where the lighting wasn't ideal, where you could see that you had to come very close to your object to get it in focus with the macro lens. And then there was like sort of the front part of the object, which wasn't ideally lit. It was more of like the sides, and the back was well lit, but the front part was a little bit darker. It's a bit not quite ideal, so you could try positioning your lights a little bit different. But I know it can be sometimes difficult if you have to get really close to your object to get it properly in focus. A good option can also be to take your light off and use it kind of, take it just in your hand and use it from like the top or another position to move it around a little bit, but that will then obviously introduce a little more shakiness and movement because you're holding your camera only with one hand.
Use your dive buddy.
Use your dive buddy. Yeah, use and abuse your dive buddy as your off-camera lighting. I did actually like, though, that you used, actually, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but right at the beginning there was a couple of shots where you weren't using any lights, I think, and you were just using the lights of the divers in front of you, and that looked really cool. Like I think it was the first 2 or 3 shots where you didn't use any lights and there was no backscatter, nothing. It was just the lights of your buddies or the divers in your group in front of you, and that looked really, really cool. I was actually surprised how well the GoPro handled that dynamic range of like the very dark spots and the lit spots within the dive light.
I couldn't see much noise, or maybe it was just like the screen. I don't know, but it wasn't looking very noisy.
No, not at all. Not at all. I guess you did limit the ISO to a certain level, which definitely makes sense on a GoPro. But yeah, the imagery looked really, really nice.
I want to add to the 2 points you mentioned with the light placement, and you said something about the focus. Yeah, I know it's very, very hard and difficult to frame and to light or to see focus with a GoPro because of like the small screen. It's not really usable for that. I think especially with the focus, if you're using like such a special lens, try to get different shots of distance if you're not sure about it.
Yeah.
Like because there were 2 or 3 where we're not in focus, and just like record one, I don't know, maybe put it 3 centimeters away, and then the next one you could just go 2 centimeters back and record another one just to be sure. And after a while, it will be pretty safe on where to use it.
Yeah.
But if you're not sure, just record several distances to nail the shot.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't include as well this video again. It's like roughly 3 minutes.
Yeah, 250 or
so
something.
like you could get rid of the ones where not in focus, because you get other nice shots in there which are in focus and sharp and very nice lit. So you get rid of those.
Yeah. Yeah, when we talk about getting rid of shots, also towards the end, I mean, it's always a pleasure and nice to see an octopus underwater.
Yeah.
But I think that there was just a tiny bit too many of these octopus shots at the end. They were like very, very dominant in the end in the video. And they were kind of a bit repetitive too. So you can leave a few of those out as well. Just, leave the best ones in there and get rid of some other ones to just shorten it up. Again, I don't really think the video needs much shortening. It's short enough as it is already. But if you really want to, tweak it a little bit, make it a little, optimize it a little bit, you can get rid of some of those shots as well. I personally like the music. I think it was a good choice. A nice chilled tune, fitting well to the imagery that we were seeing, and then I have written down something. I only realized it once, but it did kind of disturb me a little bit. There's at least one sequence which was really short. It was like barely like 2 seconds, barely enough for me to actually register that we had a cut, and then another cut followed right after that. It was, for me personally, maybe it's because I'm not the youngest anymore, I'm not into that very fast-paced editing, but it was too short for me. I would have preferred to have like an extra 2 seconds or something on the object before we move on to the next one. But I only saw it in one, maybe two instances, so it wasn't something that you did permanently. But try to keep an eye out for that on your next edit, so that you can get rid of these little sort of imperfections on your next edit. And the last thing that I've written down is the ending, which I find great that we actually get to see you in the video as the one who has filmed the entire sequence. But it was very abrupt. It was like you're in the frame and it stopped. So maybe try to have you in the frame. Maybe you can wave into the camera or something, and then just do like a nice and sort of slow fade out. I think that would have gone better with the whole mood of the video, with the chilled tune of the music and everything. It would have just made it a rounded piece, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah. And I don't think we have to talk much about the color grading and stuff. I mean, obviously, because you didn't have any natural light, all the light was coming from your light. So GoPros, you actually handled that quite well, and the lights or the colors were consistent. So that seems to have worked quite well. Again, in this instance. Do you have anything else, Sebastian?
Well, I have two things to add.
Please.
Number one.
Yes.
Luca, I'm impressed what you did on one dive, because it's only one dive. It's just 70 minutes.
That's true.
It's like the amount of good footage you brought up from one dive is pretty cool. I like that.
That is true.
And the other one is like stability, especially with macro. And I think it's going to be complicated in the way the reef looked like to put a tripod somewhere.
Yeah.
But like for other dive destinations, or maybe you just try it for the macro stuff, try it with a tripod to get like more stable macro shots. That would be just 1 point to add. Take it with you, try it out, you see if you like it, if it's working for you. Because especially with a macro shots, a tripod can do wonders.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Well, yeah.
And with a GoPro, it's not a very big tripod. It's like something like the Gorilla Pod or something like that. It's small.
Yeah. Or
Matthias goes in his wonder.
Or like that one here. It's basically like a Gorilla Pod, but made by Divefork. And I mean, I've shown this before on the channel here, but what it does, it has a little weight in here, which is so beneficial compared to like using a Gorilla Pod, which is just floating basically, very, very light. And this one with the little weight in there, especially when you attach a small GoPro, which is also quite light on it, it will actually keep it fairly steady when you position it somewhere. So I can recommend this, and I'll put a link to this down in the video description as well, just in case.
Wow.
And the 6% actually do apply on that too.
Well, and this is totally unscripted. I'm impressed, Matthias. I'm impressed.
Well, I had a bit of a break the last couple of weeks, so I'm fresh and energized and full of motivation and whatever else.
Well, if you're already fresh and in the mood, like for summarizing our feedback.
Oh yes, it's my turn this week. Great, thank you so much. Luca, thanks for submitting. I really enjoyed seeing a video from Croatia. Just for those wondering why that's the case, I've got Croatian roots. My parents are from there, so I always enjoy seeing underwater footage from there. Not that I've been diving there a lot, but I have in the past, and yeah, it's just something sentimental about the whole Croatia diving thing for me. So thanks, Luca, for brightening my day a little bit today with this submission. We really enjoyed your piece. We think it's a nice, compact, good way of showing what night diving is like in Croatia. Very impressed by how much good footage you've collected in just one single night dive and how you've put it all together. The macro shots are quite outstanding, I find, considering that they were taken with a GoPro. So we really enjoyed that. Things that we think you could work on are the stability, and as Sebastian mentioned, the tripod option, if that works, obviously based on the surroundings and whether or not you can place a tripod somewhere, but it's definitely something I would look into. Also the choice of your clips, not the choice per se, but more the whether or not you want to keep certain clips in your edit. So be maybe a little more picky about which clips you leave in there and which ones you get rid of. And last but not least, try to finish your video in the same way as you started and went through the video, by maybe doing like a nice little fade out at the end, rather than just having an abrupt ending to the experience of night diving in the Croatian waters. So these are our tips for you today. We hope that they're beneficial to you and that you can get something out of us having reviewed your film here on the channel. Obviously, we hope that everyone else is getting something from this review today as well. If that's the case, let us know down in the comment section below. Also, do hit that like button while you're at it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is a good time to do so.
Excellent.
Any additions?
Nothing more to add.
Nothing more to add. Fantastic. Thank you everyone for being with us again this week for another episode of Reviewing Your Underwater Films. We'll be back next week with the next submission that we've got for you, and I'm really looking forward to discussing that with you and to show it to you guys as well. Thanks for your time. Have a great week. And don't forget to keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of you. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.